Well, this is not my private pond. It belongs to the Norfolk Botanical Gardens in Norfolk, Virginia. I just feel very grateful that I have access to such a beautiful, peaceful, and secured place. It's about 5 minutes drive from my house, and I'm almost always there. I seem to meet a lot of very nice people there too. People with cameras who are doing exactly what I'm doing, shooting pictures. Unfortunately, there have been exceptions. I often see two men there with very expensive photographic equipment and lots of it. They're not very patient with us mere mortals who just want to shoot pictures with ordinary cameras, or maybe it's just me. But this is one of the few unpleasant experiences that I've had there. A few weeks ago, I attempted to ask them a question using what I call the Dale Carnegie rules of conversation. First, I complimented them on their equipment, very impressive equipment, and then I asked if they specialized in shooting roses. The taller of the two men suggested that I move along because I was bothering them. I was bothering them. Just to be clear, if you ever see me shooting pictures, please bother me. You're not intruded. How could you? I enjoy people and I embrace conversations. I never bought into the culture that only some types of people are worthy of verbal intercourse. I learn from others just about every day. To me, there are no strangers of the garden. Your fear of me is your creation. Your dislike of me is simply your comfort zone. If you find me repulsive because of the category of people you place me in, then that is your choice. I don't subscribe to your rules of life and living, so, by all means, approach me. Could it be that the fear of people is almost epidemic? I don't understand such fear. Speaking of experiences, during the past few days I have had 3 very interesting experiences. First, a lady told me that her prayers have been answered. She has received everything that she prayed for. So I asked her to come on camera and teach us all how to pray effectively. I was very serious about that because even though I've heard thousands of words on the subject, I have yet to get any really good practical advice as to how it's done. Inquiring minds would like to know. I would like to know. The skeptic in me questions why churches burn down, why ministers abuse their parishioners, why do bad things happen to good people, and why do we have deformed babies? Certainly the parents didn't pray for that. I hope she accepts my invitation and educate us all, and I mean that, really. The second experience was very pleasant. A very pleasant experience, and was very good for my ego. One of the things that I do is to try my best to compliment all strangers that I meet that I have a need to talk with. Clerks, for example, ones that I find in grocery stores and otherwise. I have found that it does not hurt me one bit to be kind. If their response is unpleasant, then that is their choice, and I try not to allow their behavior to influence me. Today, the clerk at the grocery store asked, "Paper or plastic?" And I answered, "Whatever is easier for you." Then I complimented her on her unique and beautiful name. She lit up with one of the most beautiful smiles I'd seen all day. Then she remarked that she knew me. I didn't think she did. She went on to say that she heard my voice on YouTube. Interesting, don't you think? My third experience was the most rewarding. I was talking with a dear friend and creator. He's an artist. and I was telling him how much I admired Grace Hightower and what she had done in her coffee business. Oh yes, please, Google Grace Hightower. Her coffee business has grown after being inspired to trade with an African country as opposed to just giving aid to that country. And she trades with individual coffee growers in Rwanda. Pride, self-worth, integrity, and that spirit of enterprise remain intact when you trade, but not when you give aid, I don't think. Anyway, isn't that a wonderful idea? Trade, not aid. Anyway, my friend, who, like me, is not a religious person, found it exciting that some churches have bypassed their traditional greed and exploitation to actually help local people in many so-called third world countries. These unselfish churches are helping to develop business models based on commodities in the people's own countries. That is quite a different take, rather than using Bibles as a cover for delivering diamond bits to this one preacher's mines in Africa. It was a good day by the pond. I met a young Navy couple, and they were the nicest people you'd want to meet. Gave me hope.